Stop! Before you scroll past this like everything else, ask yourself one question. Who's driving your life right now? Not who should be, not who you wish was, who actually is. And if the answer isn't you, if it's your boss, your fears, your inbox, or that voice telling you maybe tomorrow, then this video isn't motivation, it's a manual. This isn't just another video made for consumption. It is a message from the person I became after dreaming about this reality years ago. And I transformed my life by mastering the 7 laws of mental mastery, and what was once a dream for me is now my reality. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like circumstances work against you? Maybe you decided to start exercising on February 1st, 2026. You were motivated and ready to go. But then your boss dumped new tasks on you, or your child got sick. You skipped it, you rescheduled it, but then another excuse popped up. Doesn't it sound familiar? Or maybe you're on a job you once loved. Now your boss and team are so toxic. You dread going to work every morning because of that. The only reason you're staying in this job because you need the money. If you leave it, you're not even sure if you can find another job that pays enough to keep you going.
A silent, faulty feeling, a silent fault, a silent, faulty feeling, a silent fault. I sigh and fall to the ceiling. I sigh.
it starts feeling that universe is throwing obstacles at you, stopping you from making any real change. And I know what you're thinking. You might be saying, it's a bad luck, it's my destiny, I'm not privileged enough, I don't have the support system. What if I told you that you can create your own luck? You can make yourself privileged and become your own support system without the need of anything external. Yes, you can. And this, my friend, is where the 7 laws of mental mastery come into play. Welcome to the 7 laws of mental mastery. Today, we start with the foundation, the law of control. The law of control comes down to one principle: radical ownership, not guilt, not self-blame, ownership. Control is simple. It's being in charge of 90% of your decisions and action. Brian Tracy, the author of the Maximum Achievement book and the pioneer of these mental laws, put it perfectly. You feel happy when you're in control of your life and choices, and you feel unhappy when you are controlled by any external force, tangible and intangible, person, emotion, or circumstances. Here is the distinction most people miss. Fault is about the past, who caused it. Responsibility is about the future, who fixes it. Your childhood wasn't your fault. Your trauma wasn't your fault. The economy, your genetics, that toxic boss, none of it was your fault. But here is the hard truth. It is still your responsibility to heal, adapt, and build from where you are. And this isn't punishment, it is power. Because the moment you say it's my responsibility, you're also saying this is within my control. And what's within your control can be changed. Let that sink in. And now imagine your life as a car. Do you see yourself in the driver's seat? If the driver's seat is occupied by your boss, your low self-esteem, your fears, or even time itself, then it is the time to realize something very important. It is time to take back the wheel. Control is the sense of relief you feel when asking for help with a task that's been overwhelming you, decline a relationship that doesn't align with your values anymore, freeing up time for physical exercise, or even choosing to go home earlier to respect your sleep schedule. These acts of taking charge, no matter how small they are what being in control really means. It is about owning your choices and prioritizing what matters to you. Hard situations, brutal circumstances, inevitable. They exist and they will come. But here is the key. How you react to them is what truly matters and is what defines your experience. If you allow external forces, fears, doubts, people's opinions to control your decisions, your life will struggle to thrive. How to apply radical ownership. First, the ownership filter. When something goes wrong, ask yourself one question. What is the 10% I contributed to this? And what can I do differently next time? Only the slice that was yours. Ever caught yourself coming up with odd excuses, blaming everyone around you, people, luck, even fate for not achieving something? Bad grades? Maybe it's not your teacher. Maybe you didn't ask for the help when you needed it. Stuck in your career. Economy is tough. But have you actually applied everywhere this week? It's very easy to point fingers at the system, your circumstances, or even luck. As long as you're blaming others, you're giving away your power to change. When you catch yourself blaming, all you need is to stop and reframe with this. If I were the CEO of my life, What would I do about this today? CEOs don't waste time blaming the market. They adapt, they decide, and they act. And you are the CEO of your own life. Radical ownership is not ignoring systemic problems or other people's wrongdoings. It is simply this: focusing on the variables that you actually can influence. Waiting for circumstances to change is how dreams die. Accountability is taking ownership of your actions instead of making excuses or blaming others. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is your fault. It's about focusing on what you can control, your effort, your choices, and your mindset, using them to create a better outcome. When you stop blaming external forces and start owning your part, you empower yourself to grow, adapt, and succeed.
Sen itiraf edene de gerçeği bilmiyormuş gibi davranacağım. Sırlarını saklıyor dudakların, onlarda uzak duracağım. İhtiyacım olan ışık yok karanlığında. Sirenlerin çalıyor minik dünyamda. Sussan da olur söyleyeceğin, yoksa biraz sessizlik kimseyi incitmez. İstersen hızla uzaklaş, buradan gitmen durmandan fazla kırmaz. Sussan da olur söyleyeceğin, yoksa biraz sessizlik kimseyi incitmez. İstersen hızla uzaklaş, buradan gitmen durmandan fazla kırmaz. Başa çıkmak zor da olsa olsun, buna katlanmak zorunlu sanki. Kaç kez daha tırmanır düşerim, bugün kurtuldum yarını bilemeyebilirim. İhtiyacım olan ışık yok karanlığında. Sirenlerin çalıyor minik dünyamda. Sussan da olur söyleyeceğin, yoksa biraz sessizlik kimseyi incitmez. İstersen hızla uzaklaş, buradan gitmen durmandan fazla kırmaz. Sussan da olur söyleyeceğin, yoksa biraz sessizlik kimseyi incitmez. İstersen hızla uzaklaş, buradan gitmen durmandan fazla kırmaz.
Here is something you need to understand. No one is coming to save you or support you if you're not willing to support and nurture yourself first. This isn't about doing it all alone. It is about taking responsibility of your own growth and creating the foundation for others to come and support you in return. And that's where real transformation begins. Own your mistakes and failures with the same pride you own your wins. Responsibility gives you control. Control rewards you with the peace of mind. This principle applies to every aspect in your life: income, well being, parenting, relationships, or any challenge you face. Embrace the law of control, take actions, and watch the transformation unfold.
The law of control is very simple. It's a basic law, and we'll come back to it over and over again. It says simply this. It says that you feel good about yourself, you feel positive about yourself to the degree to which you feel you are in control of your own life. Or you feel negative about yourself to the degree to which you feel you are not in control of your own life. All you have to do is look at your life today and ask yourself, what parts of your life do you feel the best at? What parts of the life do you feel most in control? You'll find those are the places where you are the happiest. And since the supreme human good is to achieve a state of happiness, which is expressed in peace of mind and health and love in relationships, control is absolutely essential. Psychologists today call this the difference between an internal locus of control, which is feeling that you're in charge of your own life, versus an external locus of control, which means the feeling that something outside of you, your bills, your relationships, your job, your health, are somehow controlling you. As a matter of fact, locus of control research, and there are many tests that you can take to determine where you are on this chart in terms of locus of control and what areas of your life you feel more in control and less in control. People with a very high internal locus of control are high achievers, they are more successful, they're more self-determined, they're happier.
I would love to know what stood out to you the most. What's one insight you're taking away from this video? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's keep this conversation going. In the next episode, we'll dive into the second law, which plays a huge role in turning your actions into results and making sure your dreams don't stay dreams. Transformation awaits. Ciao.